Hey, good morning everybody. I am at about mile 93ish. I spent the night at the water cache at 92.1. Had to hike a little bit to get out of the wind. It was windy all night. Tent was rocking and rolling, but did get a pretty good night's sleep actually, so I was kind of tucked away a little bit. So yeah, a lot of people at the campsite last night. Definitely the most I've seen, which kind of makes sense coming out of town. I call it kind of a town bubble. Everybody kind of usually leaves town at the same time. But yeah, I had a really good night. Not sure what's happening today. It's Sunday and I have a resupply box at Warner Springs Post Office, which is about 18 miles away, that I can't pick up till tomorrow morning. So kind of gives me some options, which is kind of nice. I could go as few. I'm really kind of wanting to push about 15 miles on average. But the camping today, because of Eagle Rock, it's not really lended itself really well to a 15-mile day. So I either got to basically push all the way to Warner Springs, where I know there's not really great camping. There's probably gonna be a lot of people, and I can't go through it because I got the box. So I may camp at 10 or 11, something like that, or I may push on to 17 and just try to squeeze in there somewhere. We'll just see how it goes. But see, I didn't try to start too early this morning, being it was like bitterly cold. The temperature is not so cold. It was probably, I don't know, about 40 last night, but with the wind, like it's pretty chilly. So we have more beautiful views today. Some a little bit of cloud cover, but it looks like mostly sunshine. But yeah, the temperature is nice. It's still pretty good hiking weather. So yeah, that's kind of where I'm at this morning. Just like I said, kind of planning around the post office box. Sometimes, you send stuff ahead. You don't know what day you're going to get there. I could have pushed super hard and tried to get there yesterday by 1:30, but I probably could have made it, but if I didn't, then I would have been stuck there for 2 days doing nothing. That's not good. So just tried to listen to the body, as they say. It was a hard 15 miles yesterday because a lot of uphill. So today will be much smoother and easier. Today and tomorrow really will be nice. And actually, Eagle Rock's a pretty good morning hike, I think. So when you're good and fresh to enjoy it. So yeah, I may stay at the road. We'll see what happens, but for now, let me get on down the trail, or I'm going to be camping right here if I talk too much. So yeah, super windy, but I'll try to get you some good views. Okay, peeps, hiking on up the trail. Just got service for the first time since yesterday, and there's actually a 72% chance of rain today. In fact, it's telling me it's possibly going to rain here in 22 minutes. So apparently, if it does, it's not going to be much. And that was actually the Warner Springs report. So yeah, it looks like maybe closer that way. So I'll have the rain jacket out if I need it, but I guess just a cool little shower at most. Hopefully not too much in the San Jacintos. We are closing in on that pretty soon, in about 55 miles, I think. So maybe 75 or 85 to the highest points of it. But hopefully we're going to get good weather. I'm going to definitely check in on San Jacinto John here shortly and see what his latest report is to help me do some planning. Oh yeah, beautiful. I tell you, peeps, one thing I'm excited about, my lips feel so much better. I was able to finally find some Blistex in Julian. But check this out. They had it not at the general store. They had it not at the other general store or market. They didn't have a drugstore. Guess where I found the Blistex? At the liquor store. I laughed so hard. They actually had a few resupply things in there. Yeah, somebody tipped me off to go there because they also had the only ATM. I needed an ATM, and the one at the store would only let you get $20, and I needed a bit more than that. So yeah, the good old liquor store. So the people behind me, if you have a need for Blistex, they had electrolytes, they had a lot of stuff. Who knew? But yeah, very happy. The healing properties are much appreciated. Whew, holy smokes, peeps. The last couple of miles have been brutally windy. I couldn't even film. I was afraid I'd lose my phone. It was like literally trying to blow my trekking poles out of my hand. So thankfully I didn't get knocked off the side of the mountain. So I finally found a decent break spot. So I'm going to wait here and make sure my buddies made it around the mountain and maybe have a snack. But yeah, I mean legitimately like super, super winds. It's a very, very interesting cloud. I'm sure it has a name that I don't know because I don't know things like that. But yeah, it's pretty cool. Super cool little cave here. I call it like a coffin cave because it's about that size. I remember this from last year very well. Some people, I think, cowboy camp in there, but not me. Like, I don't want that whole mountain falling on me. I'll be a little bit claustrophobic in there, I think. So, of course, to be fair, it may have more room than my tent. But yeah, super cool. I actually told my buddy Micah about it, and I think he walked right past it. So, yeah, super cool. Okay, peeps, some pretty exciting news. Didn't quite make it to the 100-mile mark, but I just took my first poop in the woods. By far, my very least favorite thing about backpacking, hands down. Like, I don't even know what number 2 of that list would be. But anyway, speaking of number 2, as my AT followers know, I always like to rate my poops in the woods, or maybe here better to say trail poops, because there's not always woods, but this one was great. Like, it wasn't perfect. Like, wasn't quite perfect. I actually made a little mistake with my bidet. I just learned recently that you're actually supposed to take the water and kind of spray yourself a little bit before the action, and I forgot about that part because I was in a hurry. But anyway, yeah, it was really good. I found a nice place with a rock to lean on. I'm not very flexible in my mid-50s, and after the AT especially, so like squatting down can be very, very difficult. So yeah, I had a rock just in the perfect place. Like, oh, it was very nice. So whew, I'm gonna have to rate it I mean, it wasn't perfect, so let's see, on a scale of 1 to 10, I'm gonna say 9.1. It was that good. Like, maybe close to my best ever. Like, oh, what a pick me up. So anyway, let me get on down the trail a little bit lighter. It's always nice to be a little bit lighter. Oh, there's like a tent spot back there. Yeah, let's go see what else we can find down the trail. Only about 3 miles from the first potential camp. Probably where I'm going to stay, just because it's got water and everything. And pretty much my only other option is to go 8 more miles and still be waiting in the morning. So if I stay here at this first one, I'll definitely want to try to get up pretty early and hike on down to Eagle Rock and then head my way to Warner Springs for my box. So let's just keep moving. Okay, peeps, I made it to the 100-mile mark for the 2nd year in a row. Hopefully we'll make it to at least the 200-mile mark this year. Look who else just made it. There's Vivian. It's Georgia Day at the mile 100 marker.
Oh, yeah.
How you feeling?
Awesome. It feels so good.
It's exciting, isn't it?
It's so exciting.
So now we're, let's see, 2,655. We are 126 and a half.
Something like that.
120, we're 126.5 of the way there.
Yeah.
We're getting there, we're getting there. We just got to do what we just did, 26.5 something more times.
Exactly.
It's nice. Congratulations, Vivian.
Yeah, you too. Never too pencil.
Awesome. It's always funny out here. You walk about another 20 feet, and then you'll find another marker. And then another 20 feet, you might find another one. I think sometimes people think there's just not one, so they make a new one and not realizing they're just a few feet away from it. So, always interesting out here. Okay, peeps, I am fully in camp here at the road crossing. As you can see, there is my tent. Still got all my chores to do. Been hanging around. There's a lot of people who decided to stay here, which makes me feel better about my decision that I'm not the only one. So, yeah, we're only 8 miles from Warner Springs, so I'm going to try to get up and get a pretty early start. It may rain tonight, but just kind of a small chance, so we'll see how that goes. But, yeah, just got to hike in there tomorrow, go to the community center. I think we'll maybe be able to get a shower. And then I got to make my way like a mile up the road to the post office to pick up my resupply box. And then hopefully keep moving tomorrow afternoon somewhere, at least to some distance. Like I said, I'll be doing 8 to get there. So, yeah, across the 100-mile marker today, so that's super cool. Like I said, some cool hikers we hung around with. One of a couple of people I'm hiking with, they put their tent kind of under a widowmaker, like a dead limb. They didn't notice it at first, so everybody started pointing it out. So we, in true hiker fashion, like 4 or 5 people helped them move it to another location. So anyway, just another exciting day on the trail. Like I said, kind of good to have a little bit easier day today after yesterday. Everybody was struggling. Yesterday was like a whole lot of climbing, pretty difficult, 15 miles, at least for this part of the hike. So anyway, appreciate you watching, and I will talk to you tomorrow morning in the next one.